Just a few minutes ago, I was playing Among Us and I was having fun. But then I stopped and realized everybody's probably going through some hard times. I knew what I had to do. I was gonna spread some positivity. I genuinely wanted to remind everybody that they were gonna be okay. I pushed the emergency button and gave everybody inspiration. Here's what I said.
I ain't never seen two pretty best friends. It's always one of them gotta be ugly.
I got extremely lucky as a crewmate here. I was following Brown and he went over to the asteroids task. Not only was he too far away, but the missiles weren't firing.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
I concluded that he was the imposter. I got way too confident and said, vote me out if it's not Brown. Spoiler alert, he wasn't the imposter. I thought people were gonna call an emergency meeting and vote me off because of what I said. But no, we continued on with the game. I saw Dark Blue getting way too close to Cyan, so I decided to pretend to leave and then come back. Here's where my luck came into play. Honestly, I should have been voted off last time because of what I said. But everybody believed me again, so we all voted Dark Blue. And we ended up winning. For once, I actually had a solid game as imposter.
No cap.
When the game started, White was unresponsive, so I decided to kill her. And vent, of course. I almost vented out of this vent, but of course I remembered that that vent was on cams, so I didn't. Instead, I vented out of admin, and as soon as I was walking out, White's body was reported. To be honest, I feel like staying quiet during emergency meetings and dead body reportings is pretty sus. So you'll see this whole game, I'm talking up storms. Anyways, for no reason at all, Purple calls out Cyan. Purple even went out to say that they saw Cyan kill. Using my top tier intelligence, I decided to get a 2-for-1 deal by saying if it's not Cyan, vote Purple. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for Cyan. I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna need to make a part 2. I'm gonna go edit it right now, it's coming soon. Once Purple found out that Cyan wasn't the imposter, he left the game. After that, I went over to security and I saw Pink all alone. I killed him and quickly ran into a vent. I came out of medbay and for an alibi, I faked a task in navigation. The body was reported, so I simply asked,
where?
Brown said security, so I convinced everybody to skip. Once again, I went to security and this time, Brown was all alone.
Yeah, boy.
To give her a scary death, I locked the doors and then killed her. My alibi this time was gonna be that I did a task in electrical. Once the body was found and reported, my boy Aaron said the body was in security. To see if anybody caught on to me, I asked if anybody was sus. Everybody said no, so we skipped for the last time. The reason I say last time is because there were only 3 people left now, meaning I only had to kill one more person to win. I did, and I took that W.
We don't care.
So I was about to walk over to Reactor to do some tasks until I saw this. I saw Red vent, so I ran over to the emergency button before Red could blame it on me. I beat him to it, but then he started telling people that I vented.
Huh?
Thankfully, my manipulation skills are too good, so everybody believed me when I said it was Red. I joined a game of Among Us and decided I was going to do the one room only challenge. Basically, I pick any room on the map and I have to stay in that room all game. My goal is to try to win. Right off the bat, I decided I was going to stay in electrical. At first, I was really lonely, but then I ran around the room, which kept me occupied.
What are you doing, step bro?
I had to stop running because I was out of breath, but then Cyan came in.
Hello?
Having her presence in the room was pretty comforting, and everything was going amazing. Things got a little interesting when I saw this. Purple vented right in front of me and Cyan. But it's okay because me and Cyan knew what to do. We held an emergency meeting and we were about to rat out Purple, but then Purple left the game. I'ma miss you, Cyan. What just happened? So I joined a game as a crewmate, and to be honest, I wasn't even playing. I was literally eating chocolate. I was still looking at my screen though. I was basically just watching purple and blue chase each other. I thought it was pretty pure and wholesome until I saw this. I straight up turned around and pelted my chocolate bar at the wall as I reported the body. I took deep breaths for 1 minute to relax myself, and then I told everybody that it was Blue. Blue ended up rage quitting, so we won the game. Here's how I got rich from playing Among Us. I first went into electrical to make sure everything's going alright, and everything was, until in the corner of my eye, I see Brown walking into electrical. I go back slightly to investigate until there's a sabotage, and then I'm like, hell no. And now I already know it's Brown. And if you don't think that's enough evidence, let's rewind a little. So here I am walking out, and as I'm walking out, I see Yellow heading over to electrical. That means that Yellow and Brown are the only people in electrical. And if we fast forward a little bit, we see that Yellow is now dead. I tell everybody that it's Brown, but nobody really believes me. So I give evidence. And White has the audacity to say, how much do you want to bet it's not Brown? So if he wants to play like that, let's play like that. I say $100 cash out. White agrees.
Tell him to bring me my money.
This game was extremely aggravating, I'm not gonna lie.
Bruh.
Firstly, the game I joined was being played on the Polis map, and I've never played on it. I had no idea where to go. A solid 20 seconds after we started, Orange was dead. Dark Green said the body was in office, and I didn't even know where that was, so I said skip. This is where everything takes a turn for the worse. Cyan, Blue, and Red were in a stack doing tasks. As soon as I start leaving, Cyan clearly kills Red. Now, since I was pretty much social distancing, I thought everybody was gonna back me up. With no evidence at all, they blame me! After getting somebody on board to vote Cyan, me and Cyan were tied for votes. I am so thankful that I didn't get voted off there, but look what happens when we resume. In case you don't know, there's this pretty fun crewmate strategy. Step 1, walk over to medbay. Step 2, walk into medbay and make sure nobody's in there. Step 3, walk out of medbay and play the waiting game. For those of you who are questioning this strategy, hear me out. The most common place in which the imposter will kill in is electrical. The most common place that the imposter vents to after killing an electrical, ding ding ding, medbay. Therefore, if we catch anybody walking out of medbay, we know that they're the imposter. Now take a look at this. It was a really easy strategy and a really easy game.
Yes. Boo, you suck.
I had another decent game as imposter. First, I sabotaged lights. The lights were fixed pretty much immediately, so I didn't have time to kill anyone. Instead, I pretended to go on cams and then sabotage lights again. This time, I killed Pink and then hopped in a vent until the body was reported. Then I got extremely scared because somebody said this.
Don't do it. No, that's not good.
I thought he was on to me for a second. White said Purple was sus, so we voted him out. After that, I did the same thing as I did for my last kill. I sabotaged lights and then Orange came in. When the body was reported, Black knew it was me. Luckily, not everybody believed him, so we tied on votes. When the body was reported, nobody fixed the lights, so the lights were still off. That meant I got another kill. 1 or 2 minutes later, the lights were still off, so I decided to go over to electrical and see what was going on. That's when I saw White freakishly standing over Yellow's body. I self-reported the body, and Black still knew it was me. I wasn't worried though, because I started to play mind games. I even got somebody to feel bad for me, so me and Black tied on votes again. At this point, there were only 4 people left, so I sabotaged O2. Everybody rushed down to fix it, so I managed to get a sneaky stack kill. Since Lime was also in the stack, I blamed it on him. Their only defense was the word
No.
Since Black was stubborn all game, I decided to convince him that it wasn't me one last time. Black didn't say anything, and when I thought they were both gonna vote me out, I ended up losing. What what just happened. So I joined a game as a crewmate, and to be honest, I wasn't even playing. I was literally eating chocolate. I was still looking at my screen though. I was basically just watching purple and blue chase each other. I thought it was pretty pure and wholesome until I saw this. I straight up turned around and pelted my chocolate bar at the wall as I reported the body. I took deep breaths for 1 minute to relax myself, and then I told everybody that it was Blue. Blue ended up rage quitting, so we won the game. Sometimes in Among Us, it's not about figuring out who the imposter is, it's about figuring out who isn't. On that note, I saw Yellow doing the shields task. Lucky for Yellow and I, the lights were actually lighting up, so he wasn't the imposter. I also got a chance to clear Purple because they did trash. I even ran into Red, who was doing the asteroids task, and the missiles were firing. So, a few moments later when Orange's body was reported, I knew what to do. The process of elimination. We know it's not Yellow, we know it's not Purple, and we know it's not Red. That leaves only Black and Lime. There was a 50-50 chance, and to be honest, my gut was telling me to vote Black. And he ended up being the